Don't scare them.
They don't want us playing while they're coming in, do they?
Not these guys.
That's right. These are the old. This is the old group.
Hey, you remember these guys? They were there when you read your poem. All right, go with your class. Go with your class, pal. Love you, pal. What's up, bud?
When like we had 10 pounds when it was
I don't know where to stand. I don't want to stand.
slept on the big shit. And drank Betty, we could sleep in the cab in the same room. Yeah, because your mom has decided that one day you're going to be back. Dude, we went to the lake here. Yeah, this place. What is it? Where's that?
back to
Could I have my second grade friends that are leading the pledge to please come forward? Second grade friends. Is it on? I see one second grade friend. I need a few more that are coming forward to lead the pledge, please.
Take this with you for a minute till you're done.
Okay. Remember what you're going to say. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Turn your bodies to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ben. Please remain standing for Mrs. Ives.
Boys and girls, please join me in our Cook Hill School song. Quiet. Cook Hill School has been the best since 1964. We work and play and sing all day, and then we learn some more. The teachers are the very best. The principal is great. Cook Hill School's the best school in this town and in this state.
You may be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I am so happy to be here to celebrate with all of you the great recognition of Ms. Berthold today as Connecticut State Teacher of the Year. We have many people here today that wanted to celebrate, and before I forget and go any further, before introducing the most important person to really bestow this honor to Ms. Berthold, I want to make sure that I recognize so many people that are here today to celebrate. First of all, we have Mr. Berthold. So, please stand. Stand and be recognized. We also have several past Connecticut Teachers of the Year, so if you could please stand, the Teachers of the Year, the other ones that are here to help celebrate. We have some additional friends from the state of Connecticut, Ms. Wachelhausen and Ms. Barzy, who are here from the state of Connecticut, the State Department of Education. And how can we have a celebration, boys and girls? How can we have a celebration without having Mayor Dickinson here? You have to have Mayor Dickinson here for a celebration. So Mayor Dickinson. We also have Mr. Cervoni, who is the chairperson of the Town Council. We have Ms. Maccarelli, who is a union representative from Wallingford, showing her support. We have our two assistant superintendents, Ms. Latour and Ms. Lavalette. We have a couple of our administrators, Mr. Arcero from Moses Y Beach. We have Mr. Marciano from Sheehan High School. And we also have our Board of Ed chairperson, Ms. Roxanne McKay. I'd also like to welcome back, all the people who came, or people who came last Thursday to do some interviews and visits. So the Teacher of the Year Committee, if there's any members that were here last week and you want to be recognized, please stand. Thank you. And before my final introduction, I just want to say, could we give a huge, 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 huge Cook Hill, Wallingford round of applause for the Mark T. Sheehan Jazz Band? Or marching band, kind of mix. It's a marching band shrunk down. It's a condensed version. Not everyone could get out of class today, but I do want to thank you all for coming and taking the time. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into. I couldn't tell anybody, but thank you so much. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Commissioner of the State Department of Education for Connecticut, Commissioner Wenzel. Thank you again. Be careful.
Thank you, Dr. Menzo. Sorry, I have to bring it down to my size. So thank you very much, Dr. Menzo. It is truly such an honor and a pleasure to be here today. This is a really big day in education in Connecticut, and we are so lucky and honored to be here in Wallingford at Cook Hill School with you. I really want to thank Dr. Menzo, the Wallingford superintendent, and the Cook Hill principal, Christine Friend, who've both contributed to the success of this school community, and also for making us all feel so welcome. Boys and girls, how many of you noticed that there were a lot of extra people around today? Anyone notice that? Yeah. And last week as well, because the Teacher of the Year is a very big deal. And the Teacher of the Year Council works all year to make sure that they're noticing the most talented teaching going on in the state of Connecticut. And that takes a lot of work. So a group of Teacher of the Year Council members were here at your school last week, and we're back again today, and it's a true honor. I want to take a moment to ask a couple of my teammates. So how many of you in your classes sometimes get to work in groups or teams? Does that happen? Right? And that's really important and special. First of all, how many people think it's kind of fun when you get to work together with folks, right? I think it's kind of fun too. It's also really good for us because it helps us learn how to work together. At the State Department of Education, we are a small team, but we work hard together. So I would like my teammates, Dr. Sarah Barzi and Ms. Kim Wachahausen, to just stand. And could you give these two an extra round of applause? Ms. Wachahausen is in charge of all of the programs that recognize educators in Connecticut, which is a very big deal and very important. Dr. Barzi is in charge of everything about being a teacher or a principal or a superintendent in Connecticut. And those are really important roles. And I hope that many of you will think about being teachers or education professionals or paraprofessionals or principals when you grow up. I'd like to thank the Wallingford community. This is a community that really knows how to pull together behind the schools, and I'd like to thank Mayor William Dickinson and also Town Council Chair Vincent Cervini, the Roxanne McKay, the Board of Education Chair that I get to see frequently through CABE and other places. Thank you all for being part of this, and thank you, Shauna, for taking time out of your day to be here, and for all of the other dignitaries. One of the best things about my job is getting to visit schools, because schools are where the action is, and it's where you all are. It's where we get to see what's going on with your learning. For a few minutes this afternoon, I had a really awesome day when I got to visit the classroom of our Teacher of the Year, and I got to see some of the students in the classroom. Some wonderful girls and boys who are in first grade right now with our very special Teacher of the Year. I got to look at all kinds of wonderful things that you're learning. You get to learn so much about reading and writing and math and science and social studies. And it looks to me like you get to learn a lot of things about computers and art and all kinds of things that go into a wonderful day. Today, we're here to celebrate and recognize our Teacher of the Year, the 2018 Connecticut Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Erin Berthold. So let's give her another round of applause. She has to get used to it. Like many of us as teachers, she probably would like the spotlight a little off her right now. She's probably happiest in her classroom with her students or in other kinds of activities, but recognizing our wonderful teachers is really, really important because our teachers work very hard and do wonderful things that make all of our students successful. One of the reasons that we're recognizing Mrs. Berthold with this honor is because she has high expectations for her students, and she is committed to making sure that all of the students rise to their potential. So that means she believes in you. I think you knew that already. Teachers like Mrs. Berthold care about their kids and their families, and they know how important it is for a school to work together to make sure that great things happen for all the kids. Teachers like Mrs. Berthold know that they need the help of others, like we were talking about with a team, who care as deeply as they do to give to our students all that you need to grow up, to be whatever you want to be and make the difference you want to make in your community. One of these great teachers in Connecticut is Mrs. Berthold, and she will be our Teacher of the Year, our role model, and our friend all year. So you're going to share her with us. In Connecticut, we are very proud of our education system. We believe that education matters, and it is part of what will make your futures better and brighter. Both your own personal educational goals and when you put your talents that you learn from school to use in your community. None of that is possible without teachers. Teachers help us learn everything we need to learn in order to be able to go on. I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking these students probably go to third grade next, right, after this school. Is it a, yes. So you get to be here until the end of second grade, and then you have to be ready for a school that you go to for third grade. How many people are in second grade now? So next year, your teachers are already thinking about how to make you ready for the school you'll go to next. And then the teachers at that school will work hard to make sure that you're ready for middle school. And then the middle school teachers will work hard to make sure you're ready for high school, and so on. And they're all working together as a big team. Mrs. Berthold says that reading aloud to children is one of her greatest joys of being a teacher. How many people like it when the teacher reads out loud to you? I like that. In fact, next year, let's ask when read aloud time is and get entire time for that. She loves seeing her students delight in the stories and shares that she believes that sharing her own love of literature has helped her to create a strong classroom community rooted in literacy. While Mrs. Berthold knew she couldn't visit everyone's house to read to them at night, she thought of a way to make that happen digitally. She began filming herself reading some of her favorite stories and shared them with her school family. How creative is that? Soon, other teachers were eager to join in on the project, and this led to the creation of the Cook Hill Online Listening Center. Cook Hill really has some very special things going on, right? You guys are very lucky. With the help of some bilingual high school volunteers, the new website was debuted at Family Literacy Night. And I hear that some of you are making read aloud story videos for other boys and girls to enjoy. And I think that's fabulous. One of the goals of our Teacher of the Year program is to have our teacher serve as a role model for other teachers in the state and to share her expertise and her knowledge with others so that other teachers can have a strong impact on their students. And I look forward to Mrs. Berthold showing teachers, leaders, and education advocates in Connecticut and around the country how she inspires her students in this coming year. Congratulations, Mrs. Berthold, and best of luck. And back to Dr. Menzo.
All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce somebody that you all know very, very well, your principal, Ms. Friend.
So thank you, Dr. Menzo. Welcome, students, staff, distinguished guests, and visitors. Cook Hill Cougar Cubs are really excited today, aren't they? Okay. It is a great honor and privilege to introduce Cook Hill's Wallingford Public Schools and Connecticut's State Teacher of the Year for 2018, Erin Berthold. A minute. Mrs. Berthold's passion for children, thirst for learning, and flair for creativity make her an amazing educator. Her colleagues describe her as dependable, diligent, and collaborative. Her students will tell you she is funny, loving, and very smart. As recommended in our One Book, One School, There is Only One You by Linda Krantz, there is only one you in this great big world. Make it a better place. Remember, you can make a difference too, just like Mrs. Berthold. Thank you.
No, you're good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I asked my students what they want to be when they grow up. Their answers included race car driver, firefighter, dentist, and even teacher. My mother used to ask me this question at the end of every school year and write down my answers in a special book. Not once did I say teacher. From the time I was 4 years old, I had a very clear life plan. I was going to be an artist and live with my parents forever. Well, that plan didn't work out, as I now live in a different state than my family and have had the privilege of being an educator for the past 10 years. While I did not set out to be a teacher, a career in education found me when I needed it the most. And now, I can't imagine doing anything else. Teaching brought me to Connecticut, to Wallingford, and to Cook Hill School. I am lucky to work with supportive administrators, colleagues whom I look up to and learn from every day, and students who fill my heart with joy. We are a family at Cook Hill, and I'm excited to share this honor with all of you. For this is not about me. This is about our community. Thank you to the Connecticut Teacher of the Year Selection Committee for this amazing opportunity, and thank you to Cook Hill and Wallingford Public Schools for your ongoing support through this journey. I I am proud to represent you as Connecticut's 2018 Teacher of the Year. I am also proud to be a Cook Hill Cougar. And now I would like to invite all of my Cook Hill Cougars to stand and show our guests how we show how proud we are every day. Ready? I will be proud at my school. I will pay attention, listen, and follow directions the first time. I will respect all students, adults, classrooms, and tools for learning. I will offer help to others so everyone can be successful. I will use my body and voice to learn and play, never to hurt anyone else. I will do my best every day. I am a Cook Hill Cougar. Hear me roar. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Congratulations. So, as we get ready to go back to class, I just want to say, as Ms. Berthold just said, this is an award for her, most certainly. She's a phenomenal educator that represents so many phenomenal educators in Wallingford and throughout the state of Connecticut. But this is also about all of you as members of the Cook Hill community. You are an amazing school that demonstrate each day such amazing talent and incredible passion for what you do. So I would like to have you all receive a round of applause, all the teachers, the staff members, the administrators, everyone in part of this school community. You deserve so much credit for working together. So congratulations. So at this time, I'm going to invite our guests to join us in the Media Center for a reception in honor of Ms. Berthold. I know that there are some people who want to have some time with Ms. Berthold and Ms. Friend to hear more about their story, so we want to give them that opportunity. But again, thank you all for taking time out of your day to come to honor such a special person, and we're so excited. The first ever, boys and girls, first ever State Teacher of the Year from Wallingford Public Schools. First ever. First ever. Did I say first ever? Woo! So congratulations.
So at this time, I'm going to ask the band if they would like to play while we dismiss. I would like pre-K and preschool to dismiss first. And then everybody else, if you would just turn to your teacher, we can use outside exits to dismiss today if you would like to take a little walk outside. But let's have the children dismiss first. Thank you.